Hi, Hayden here. In this video, I'm going to be working on getting rid of some of the vines that are around this tree. Unfortunately, the tree itself is dead, but I don't want these vines growing around it anyway. I prefer to have a stump sitting there than a vine-covered entity. So you'll notice that some of the leaves are brown and other parts of the leaves are green. And the brown ones are where I've severed their connection to the ground so that they can't get any more of the nutrients out of the ground, so they just kind of die off. And all the green ones there, those are the ones that I have not yet severed the connection to the ground with. Also, in this pile, I noticed there's at least one, if not two, of those little sticks I talk about. They're these little sprouts that come up. They will become a tree, and those become like this little miniature forest back here, which I will also be working on to get rid of. And we'll see how much of it I can get done in this video. Of course, I'll speed it up and edit it for you to keep it short. And I will be using my electric Ryobi chainsaw, and I just kind of hope it's up to the task. It's far exceeded all my expectations so far, but this is kind of a heavy-duty call for it. It's not really what it's intended to do at all. But let's see if we can get something done with it. Let's go. At this point, I think I got all of the vines cut or severed from the ground source. Okay, in the background over here, there's a whole lot of these little trees that did catch on, did grow up, and they started moving inbound from the fence. And if you don't take care of that stuff, you're going to have less and less land because it's going to become part of a forest. Now, I'm not going to be in the sun in there. It's shady, but there's bugs. So, there we go. Well, making a bit of progress. Looking through there, you can see the other side of the where this field comes back around it. So I'm pooped. I'm gonna have to take a break. So hydration, relaxation. After that, I'll come back out to it. Stand by. All right, well, I've taken a little break, and it's time to get back to it. I got hydrated and relaxed. The thing that wore me out and required me to take a break right away was doing a tug-of-war with the vines. It really is kind of taxing. It is a 100% humidity kind of thing, and the temperature is pretty high. It's also supposed to rain. It's Florida in the summertime, Central Florida, and it's supposed to be pretty nasty pretty much every day in the afternoon. So anyways, let's get back to it. Anyway, so I'm going to wrap this video up. It's going to be more of the same, and then what I'll do later on, I'll come back and do a follow-up video to do the before and after, the after one. You see what it's like. There's a whole bunch of, they're kind of thick. Most of these are too thick for me to get with the bush hog mower. Some of them are thin enough for me to get it with the bush hog, but the problem is there's so many of the thicker ones that I don't want to hit with the brush hog. It's just faster just to chop them down. And as you saw in the video, I can chop down a couple of these trees, and the vines actually hold them up from falling down, like on me or the camera or anything. So I can just cut down a bunch of them, and the vines will hold them up. Then I have to like pull them away and then trim the vines off of them, kind of like a lightsaber kind of situation or something like that. Things I don't want to be doing with the chainsaw, all right? And let me show you one more thing that I'm doing here. Hopefully I'm not standing in a fire ant pile. But basically what I'm doing, try to get the camera relatively level, is I'm staging all of the things that I cut down because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come by with my cart. I'll make a video about that. And I'm going to come by and collect all this stuff. But I'll make a quick video of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And there's a whole bunch more out here. So there's a lot. The brown ones I cut down a while ago, and the green ones are, of course, today. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that I can get all of this stuff ready for the next burn pile. And this is a lot of material. Plus, I have all the stuff out there in the distance, out there in Horsefield. So I'll be working on that today as well, weather permitting, on collecting this stuff and getting it over to the burn pit, the fire pit. All right, so with that, until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.